This is going this is going to be rather a video because I don't feel like I really said it. And of course, not a moment before. Anyways, I can't pop-ups, but I do or will try to promise a significant amount less coughing. I'm not sure what the hell's got me doing that. I've heard of a smoker's cough, perhaps this is a drinker's cough. I'm not sure if it's a nervous tick. Finally stopped a while back from going and now I slightly cough every fucking time I say something. So no wonder you people don't watch me. But if you will just stick with me, I'll try to do less of that. I feel like doing it now. I didn't before I made this. Now all of a sudden, but the point is rather, I guess no one will show up. No one listens to my crap. No one cares. No one. Yeah, fuck it. First, let me do this. And there's a pop-up. Just for the record, the reason I do this, just for the records, in case you somehow already couldn't already tell, the reason I do this is not simplistically for the hell of it, but just in case it somehow prevents you from seeing the video, and I don't know what a pop-up does or how that affects this. I don't know how any of this works. I know people don't seem to be commenting like they were. Maybe you're just not interested in my stuff, and I'm bitching, and maybe that's one reason why. For fuck's sake. Someone actually sent a comment I liked, but about genital mutilation. That kind of rubbed me up a little bit. I like that. Anyways, I want to talk about a woman that made a video, and I did not watch a significant amount of videos. I'm not going to say anything bad about her. I don't know where she's coming from. And I'm not going to lie, this was a black female talking about black men, and I really have very little business speaking on this. I do not know the dynamics of the black community. All I know is what struck me as off, and what I saw was it seemed significantly associated and focused on race, almost as if to say, I guess if you're a black man, you should not date a white woman, and or vice versa. Or again, black women date a white man, whatever. And it also seems to be a bit odd to me, and it seems to be very typical of what I have seen from feminists, not black feminists rather, but all feminists, and probably more so from white feminists, at least in the past. And that is, they have this very odd tendency to think, well, you're being irresponsible. And by the way, I have no doubt, no disagreement with you on so far as that I am probably irresponsible. I am a drunk. I'm Asperger's syndrome. I have gender dysphoria. I'm a little bit gay. No goddamn what. Like, I am not the best catch. I mean, I understand that. There are men, I assure you, who are. Does it ever end? Fuck off. The point is, I assure you, there are men who are better catchers than me. They're just not good enough. And from what I'm gathering from that is, you're saying get your finances. She said get your finances in order, and even then you have to vet them. If they have their finances in order, what the hell are you vetting? Like, this doesn't mean. I mean, what do you have to make sure they're not a goddamn, like, I guess you want to make sure they're not the Amityville horror, they're not going to come screaming through your door with an axe. What are you vetting? But again, notice, she doesn't think men should make sure women have their finances in order. I don't think she said. No, just the averse. And that's not a black thing. That's a thing that has to do with gender in this country. And believe me, with black people, the way they are in this fucking country at this point in history, with black men, especially given the prison rate and the amount of policemen shooting and killing black men, they especially, even more than us, maybe not my ass, but for the most part, more than us, cannot afford this shit, but they're having to deal with it too. Because, again, feminism continues to corrupt communities. And I'm not saying that's true of all of them, or that I disagree with all feminism, but except for maybe transgender people, except for maybe them, I don't think you can get much more on the bottom of society in terms of just poor, class warfare, being poor, class struggle, being poor and homeless, out of work, thrown in prison for ridiculous reasons you shouldn't be thrown in prison for, police brutality, police killing you, than a black man. Black men are worse off, probably far worse off than even white men when it comes to that. And there are a million and one fucking problems with that and issues. And here you have feminism corrupting the black community, just like it has the white community, and just like it will love every other fucking community, just like it will destroy immigrant community when they get here, just like it's destroyed every fucking community, just like it wants to destroy other countries. Here it is doing the same thing all over again. And it's this bullshit. And again, I ask you what I have asked you before. If you really do believe in gender equality, and this person obviously didn't, from my point of view, she sees it as a issue of how can you prop me up and make me better off in society, not how can you help the genders. But if you really do see this as some form of gender equality, and why do they not, regardless of what you think about female gender mutilation, how do you not, at least in some way or in some form rather, simply fucking speak out against male genital mutilation? That's not in any way saying female genital mutilation. That usually happens in other countries, mind you. But nevertheless, it's not saying that it's wrong. But simply all you have to do is say, you know what, maybe we should stop doing this to infants. Not even men. Just give a fuck about a goddamn infant, regardless of their fucking race. You don't give a shit about that. And does this look like this is doing anything good for black unity? Because the video was entitled, Black Women Cannot Afford to Help Broken Black Men. And of course, it's trashing femininity. It's probably taking a shot or two at gay black men. It's very discriminatory. And you constantly see this towards white men as well, and Hispanic men, and Asian men, and all men. And I'm here to try to tell you, I'm a humanist. I don't even believe in time. I'm not some white supremacist. I'm not somebody that believes in biology. I'm not one of these Ben Shapillos where I'm sitting here telling you about we have biological differences and there are gender differences. No, I don't even believe in time. I just told you in the last fucking video, I don't even believe in the concept of time. Whether alone gender or race or nations or currency or any of that, you can do so much better if you people would stop fighting over trivial, nonsensical crap that isn't helping anyone and not doing you any good. But instead, you would much rather sit around and bitch with each other. And George Carlin told you this, about all you ever talk about is your freaking differences. And who in the hell is that helping? I'll tell you who. The rich fuck that drives the bank at the end of the day and cashes in money from you working a crap job. And if I sat here and told you to do that, you'd love me. You would love me. Because you want to just work these dumb jobs, little money to buy shit you don't need, in these odd relationships where you don't like each other and you end up getting divorced anyways, and your freaking kids don't understand you, they don't like you, and then they go off to a fucking war to get blown up, and it's like, what in the fuck is the point? That has nothing to do with race, and that certainly has nothing to do with gender. That's just nonsense. Or really, maybe more the other way around, but still, it's nonsense. Stop talking about race. Stop talking about gender. Get over this shit. It's stupid. It's stupid. And what does it ever lead to other than fucking some little girl, I don't know, some Muslim name, like whatever the Islamic version of the word Susie is, some little girl in a fucking daycare or a preschool. Oh, for fuck's sake. Rather than some little girl in a fucking preschool somewhere in the Middle East, in Afghanistan, or wherever the fuck, getting blown up because of wars we don't need to be having. What is that helping you? I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever else. And if you don't believe that, unless you're, I don't even think you could lie this much. You couldn't have the chutzpah. You couldn't have the tamales to lie this much. If you're looking around you in society, what, like Trump told you, and I'm not saying Trump's right, wrong, or anything. I'm just trying to get to the point here. What in the fuck do you have to lose other than to listen to some of what I'm saying? Think about this shit. What the hell do you have to lose? You're not doing good. Maybe I'm doing worse. Yeah, sure, I'm in the fucking gutter. I'm edging towards death's bed. I'm fucked. I have one foot in the fucking grave already. But still, what do you not have to do or lose from helping me take my foot out of the grave and put it in these corporations' ass? Or if you don't want me to do it yourselves. Just grow the fuck up and mature and stop being such cunts. And pricks, and idiots, and losers, and insane people, and capitalists. Grow up.